Guys, how are you? Hope you're fine. My name is Mindstuck Idajock and I'm good, great, and excellent as always. And today I'm going to read some Whisper app secrets. The reason why I'm going to do this is because I was on my Facebook and I saw a couple of Whisper app secrets and I felt so relatable too that I decided to do a video about that. Let's go! I'll be the first in my family to go to college, but the expectations are killing me. Well, in my case, I am not the first in my family to go to college or university. I mean, all of my family members have, but I am the first that has had the opportunity to go to university abroad. And like this says, the expectations that my family has for me are so overwhelming that sometimes I can't handle all of them. Because not only was I the first person in my family to go to a university abroad, I was also the first in my family to win a scholarship. So put yourselves in my shoes. I was the first person in my family, I think I've said this so many times, but I was the first person in my family to go to university abroad with a scholarship, right? And so whenever I talk to them, they're always asking if I'm winning another scholarship or how are my grades doing. And I mean, they are worried about me and my well-being and my grades, but at the same time, I feel so much pressure to keep having this like to keep being this person that my family looks up to. And like I said, it's really overwhelming sometimes. I am the first in my family to go to college. When they found out, they were ecstatic. Now they are disappointed because I'm following my dreams by being a music major. Wow! Let me tell you why I also feel relatable to this person. So, I was originally going to be a lawyer. Yes, Mindstuck Idajock was going to be a lawyer. And the reason why I was interested in that career was because literally not all, but most of my family members from my mother's side, they are lawyers. So when I was younger, I thought that it was, maybe a family tradition to be all lawyers. And so I decided that I wanted to do it. Then I realized that being a lawyer was a too serious job for me, and so I decided to be a journalist. When I told my mom that I wanted to be a journalist, she felt ecstatic. She was so happy and she couldn't be any more proud. My mom isn't a journalist, but she loved the fact of having a daughter who would be a journalist. And then after that, I changed my decision to being an actress and then a writer, and then I finally decided to be a movie director. And this, what I'm going to say right now, goes to you, the person watching this video, or whoever feels like you want to do and be something and you have people that you expected their support from but they didn't show it. I don't know if that makes sense. But the thing is that I remember the day in which I told my mom and my aunt, because we were all together, I told them that I wanted to be a cinematographer. Back then, I thought that being a cinematographer and a movie director was the same thing. It isn't. Not at all. They were the first people to ever hear me say that I wanted to belong to the movie industry. And so when my aunt asked me what I wanted to do and I said that as my answer, I felt so happy because it was like the very first decision that I felt that I could do it. So what happened was that my mom and my aunt both laughed at me, and my aunt said that I needed to find a better job, a job that would give me money and all that kind of stuff. Of course I felt disappointed and so mad and sad because it's my family and you're laughing at me because of the decision that I've made. That's not cool. So I didn't say anything and I just kept thinking to myself, oh yeah, I laugh right now, but when I fulfill my dream, I'm gonna be the one laughing. So I know that's harsh, but you have to understand, when your family doesn't support you, this is the kind of thing that you might be thinking. So the point is that you have my entire mother's side family members being lawyers. So the point is that they were all lawyers, and then you have my cousins, that one of them is a year older than me, and my other cousin, she's older than me by a couple of months. My older cousin, who was studying engineering, I don't remember which one, but he was going to be an engineer. And then you have my cousin, she's still studying biochemical engineering or something, like I don't know, it's like a super hard career. And then you have me. I am the black sheep of my family because I am the only person, and I am not exaggerating, I am the only person that has an interest in arts. I am the only person in my family that has I think it's the right side of the brain that is more developed. I am the only person in my family that can draw, that can paint, that can write, that can create short films. All those things that are related to the creative part of your brain and art and all that kind of stuff, that's me. And after a couple of years, my family finally agreed on my decision. It took my parents 2 years to stop trying to make me change my mind. So be patient. If people don't support you, don't pay attention to them, just keep going forward. And now all my family supports me with my decision. They're really happy and excited, and they cannot wait to see my first film. And that's why I love them so much. Even though my aunt and my mom laughed at the beginning, it still hurts. But now I know that they're supporting my decision, and that's what matters. Enough of this, I am going to look for something funny to talk about. The worst part about writing papers for college is being terrified that you somehow plagiarized something even though you put a citation at the end of every sentence. That is so true. I don't know if I should be saying this here, but back in high school, whenever and when I say we, it's me, my friends, projects, group projects, team, pairs, everyone. They copied and pasted things from Wikipedia and other sites. Only thing you have to do to not have plagiarism in your work was to copy and paste the link of the page that you used and put it at the end of the paper. You didn't have to use citation, you didn't have to use quotation marks, you didn't have to use any of that. If your paper looked long, then you were good. And so my friends and I never had to worry about plagiarism until I reached university. People are so into plagiarism. They're like, oh, if you plagiarize, you might get to jail, or you may get dropped out of school, or you may never graduate, and all that kind of things, and they're so scary. So whenever I do a paper now, I have to be really, really careful that I know who the author is, when they published whatever I'm using as a source, and I almost have to know their home address and their dog's name. Whenever I have a crush on a guy, I plan out our first day, proposal, wedding, and our kids' names. Please tell me I am not the only one who does this. Girl, guy, whoever wrote this post, you're not the only one. I did it for my last crush, and I regret doing that ever since. I used to imagine my first name with the last name of every crush I had, just to see if it would sound right. I totally did that. Growing up Hispanic, the chancla was the scariest shit ever. Never mess with the chancla. That is so true. But in my case, in Venezuela, we don't say chancla, we say chancleta. And for the ones who don't know what chancla or chancleta is this. Whenever your mother got angry at you, she would slap you with this in the face, and that hurt like shit. Never want to mess up with the chancleta. You don't. Having to translate everything for your parents, and when you didn't know a word, getting called estúpida babosa. Okay, yeah, this happens so much. I am the only person in my family that understands English, or at least I was. My cousin moved to Miami, and so he's learning more and he talks more and he's catching up with me. And my other cousin, she's also learning, but I'm the one that have been talking English for the longest time. So whenever my parents and I had to travel, they would always make me translate things for them. And okay, I get it, you don't understand this language, but it's so frustrating sometimes because I have to talk so much and I have to translate every single little thing. And whenever I don't know a word, or whenever the translation seems to be shorter than the text or whatever it is that I'm translating, my parents would think that I'm not translated good enough, and they would I'm like, well, I'm translating for you. Be thankful. I could just as well not translate anything and you wouldn't know what's going on. So if you have a friend or a kid or a parent that is translating for you, be thankful because they're doing not a job, but they're helping you. And that's all for the Whisper app video, meaning that this is a wrap, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope I get to see you guys